Elke stad kent ze. Ze leven van het kleingeld van voorbijgangers, zijn meestal dakloos, hebben geen baan en betalen überhaupt geen belasting. Ze vallen op door hun muziek, maar worden toch door de meeste voorbijgangers genegeerd en geminacht. De straatmuzikanten. Dit is Amis, een straatmuzikant uit Groot-Brittannië. We vroegen Amis als eerst hoe het leven is als een straatmuzikant.
Well, it's an uncompromising life. I mean, you choose the hours you work. You may pay taxes, you may not. It's a life of good days, a life of bad days. The weather can be challenging. Obviously, where I'm working at the moment, I'm in the fortunate position of having a sheltered area to work. So even if it's raining or snowing or there's freezing cold wind blowing, and it will generally be one of the three here, won't it? Then, you know, I've got this spot. And I guess I can't complain. I certainly can't complain. I chose this life. I'm not some strange victim of circumstance.
We vroegen ons ook af of Amis altijd met zijn instrument op stap is.
Yeah, the whole time. Yeah, irregardless of whether maybe I had money in my pocket and I wasn't working. I always have my instrument with me because it's my life. It's my love. I feel it defines who I am to an extent. And yeah, it's kind of part of me now. Well, that's all I've done for the last 7 or 8 years is pick banjo. I swapped a piano accordion for a banjo about 7 or 8 years ago. Before then I've been playing tangos and all the Argentinian stuff on accordions, all the plaza and piazzolla. And yeah, but banjo is such a charming instrument. They're such good fun and they're kind of so cool.
We wilden van Amis weten of dit het leven voor hem is zoals hij het wil.
I mean, the freedom is magnificent, as you can imagine, because I can travel around anywhere in the Western world, anywhere it's reasonably civilized, you know. I can earn myself a bit of money. But having said that, you pay for that in other ways because it can be quite hard. It can be quite physically and quite sort of psychologically hard sometimes, you know, not to have a home. And you have to understand that I'm an old man. I'm 42 years old, so I've done lots of different things. I've done jobs, and last summer, for example, in England, we had the wettest summer for 100 years. So, and I mean, after the April, it rained every single day. I gave up. The weather was so terrible. For the first time ever, I just got myself a job as a kitchen porter, buried myself in the kitchen, and was just washing dishes for a few months, you know. So you've got to be adaptable. Having said that, I've spent many years playing music on the street, and yeah, it's the streets have been good to me. You know, people have been good to me. I think people are generally quite kind.
Swing my hammer, swing it like John Henry all day long. Doing my time, doing my time.
Zijn er veel straatartiesten?
Well, I mean, it's not quite so common in Holland, I don't think. In Amsterdam, you have a few entertainers, a few performers. In Britain, certainly, there's a lot more. But then you have to understand that in Britain, the recession, the economic climate has really hit hard. There's a lot of places where there are no jobs. It's difficult to get work. More people are probably out in the street playing music now in Britain than they probably ever have been, because so many people need to earn just a few pounds on the side.
Just a few more days, I settle down and quit my rowdy ways. With that girl of mine.
Trekken straatmuzikanten veel met elkaar op?
I'm a stranger in a foreign land. I've only been in Amsterdam a few months. So unlike London, where I know most of what you call the old school buskers from around London, yeah, then, you know, I've got, you know, friends and colleagues, as it were. Here in Holland, I'm still kind of getting to know people, so I'm not really kind of mixing with many other sort of street performers as yet. Most of my sort of socialise seems to be with other professions.
Wat is het grootste verschil tussen een straatmuzikant en iemand met een vaste baan?
That's an easy question to answer. The thing with a regular job, if you like your job and enjoy your job, it's not so much a problem. But maybe if you don't like your job so much or it's incredibly hard work, it can sometimes be a bit tedious. You know, tedious? Do you understand? How can I put it? It can sometimes be a little bit difficult, say, knowing exactly where you're going to be on any given day, at any given time, like on Monday at 3 o'clock, I know that I'm going to be, you know, washing dishes or cleaning. It can be a little bit soul destroying if you don't like the job, if you don't enjoy the job. So that's the difference with me. The trouble is with being self-employed, it kind of encourages laziness in a way. You don't have the structure, the rigidity of having to be at work at a certain time. You don't have that discipline, you know, enforced upon you. Well, it's not so much enforced, it's like you have to be there, don't you, or you lose your job. With me, it's kind of a bit different. You have to kind of discipline yourself a bit more. So that's balanced against the freedom, I guess. It's the freedom, isn't it, really? In a word.
I sing my song, swing my hammer, swing it like John Henry all day long.
Straatmuzikanten leven dus op hun manier om een gestructureerd en geroutineerd leven te voorkomen. Ze leven van dag tot dag en verdienen hun brood door middel van hun grootste passie: muziek maken.